Damn. Oh, excuse me. Hello. Thank you. Hi everyone. I am sorry. I am just trying to figure out. And my neighbor upstairs, I live in an apartment complex, and my neighbor upstairs loves to dust off their blankets, and I have asthma. And so I'm over here trying to don't mean to be screaming. I was trying to let them know that they were in my auric field. Hi everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. And I hope life, I know it's been kind of inconsistent, but it's quite all right because we're gonna survive. We are survivors. We are thrivers. We will get through this. What's going on with us here? Um, and so I thought I would come by. I know it's the middle of the day. I'm normally a night owl, but thank you for being here and showing up and showing out. Like I really killed this plant, but maybe this one's better. It's coming back. I think it's coming back. It's kind of embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. I'll put it over here because I need to redo it because it's on its last leg. It really needs help. And a few of them are coming out. So I'm outside, so you're gonna hear a lot of traffic, a lot of noise. But hi everybody. Um, it's good to see you guys. Hi Alex. Hi. How are you doing? So everything. Hi everyone. I am doing well. Thank you. So you guys, I want to help you guys understand some of this energy that we're dealing with. As you know, we are having a massive change in our world, and it's been going on for quite some time, but now it's like really revving up. It's almost like birthing pains, you know what I'm saying? First you're in the first trimester, then you're in the second trimester, and so on and so on. And so now we're in the most important part, and that is the new birth. And the new birth is, I think a lot is coming up for us. I think a lot of us are trying to figure out, okay, what city do I want to live in? Where do I want to be when I grow up? Do I want to save this job, or do I want to leave this job? Or do I want to be in this relationship, or do I want to be out of this relationship? A lot of us have, like literally, I have let go of a lot of friends. And in the process of me doing that, you guys, it was really hard for me because when I love someone, I love them deeply, and I'm very committed to my friendships and my relationships. But sometimes those relationships are not serving you. You find that you're being uh, misrepresented, or it's not, the vibration is not equal. And sometimes you just grow out of relationships. And sometimes you have relationships that, I have friends that I've had for over 20 years. But with this new shift, I would come on and give you guys some tea on how to navigate in the storm of giving birth. It's one thing to give birth of a little child. It's another thing to give birth of a world. And this is what we're going through. We're going through a new birth of a new world. I'm eating raspberries. Excuse me. And so it's one thing to have to navigate giving birth to this little human being that you got to raise. Think about navigating a new consciousness, a new world, a new behavior, a new set of processes. Like, I don't know if you really like see how technology is changing, how now we got cars that drive by themselves, now we have AI, we have so many things that are going on. And so this is what this is about. It's about us navigating, understanding all what is going on. And one thing I've been sharing with everyone is really be tapped into your emotions. And I know it's really hard. You want to be in your headspace a lot. It's really hard to tap into your body, to tap into how you feel. And the reason is, a lot of us have a hard time tapping in because we've been out of touch of how we feel for so long. Because it's like a taboo. It's like this taboo, like you can't express how you truly really feel, or you'll get counseled, or you can't share your deepest emotions. I mean, we're going into energy that is very important that you know who you are, understand what your purpose is in this collective world, because we all have different responsibilities in this world. We are, everybody has their thing. We're all very gifted. A lot of times we don't get to see that because some of us are really shy, some of us have a hard time on sharing that. Sometimes it's hard for us to demonstrate how we truly feel because there's this taboo of how are we feeling. We can't feel our total self. I mean, tapping into who we are and what we're feeling is the most important thing to kind of gauge our growth, to gauge where we're at, to gauge are we leveling up, are we creating positive change in our own lives. I live on a very busy street in the day. At night it gets real quiet, but during the day it's real. So excuse the cars because people are going back and forth. I live in a very I live like really close to downtown, so people are always going downtown, you know what I'm saying? So but it's an amazing place to live. So what you want to do is you want to touch base with who you are in the collective chain, because we're all feeling this, we're all being touched. There's not going to be not one soul that's not going to be touched. You may even feel that your body is feeling a little stress from the energetic change that we're all going through. You may find that you're having sleep problems. You may find that, like yesterday, I woke up and I was exhausted. I was so exhausted. And that's why you want to be tapped into your body, because there's nothing wrong with if you're feeling exhausted and you're not feeling like 100%, is to take a little time and take a power nap. Take a little time and sit back. If you're at work, sit back in your chair and close your eyes for a minute so you can recalibrate yourself and identify who you are and where you're at and what space you're in. And is this really your feelings? Because a lot of time, with all this is going on, we have global energy that we are also dealing with. And in the global energy, that will affect us also. We will be affected by everything that is around us. And I know, like, today is a little more alive, but I mean, yesterday it was really strange. The energy was really dense, and I was feeling really tired. And I'm like, why am I feeling tired? I thought I slept well, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This is the most beautiful time to be alive. This is where anything that you desire, if you work on it, if you work on your desires, the things you want, the manifestation of things that you are trying to put in place. If you want to start a new business, this is the time to do it. If you want to go viral on social media, if you notice with this shift, everything is going social. Everything is going, we're no longer just talking to our neighbor. We're talking to people in other worlds. We're talking to people in other cities and other countries. This is what's happening in our world. This is what's bringing us together. And so I thought I would just come by just to give you, like, so you can tap in and realize you're not the only one. We're all feeling this. We're all having this, how can I say it? We're all having this vibrational shift, and you will even find that there's some kids on this building, and they I think they're having a field trip, so everybody is on the patio, and they're so excuse my background noise. It's very organic, and it's so crazy because this is a good example. Kids look at life as an opportunity to explore. We need to look at this energy as an opportunity to explore our gifts, the opportunity to explore the things. Isn't there something like that you always wanted to do, but you were always afraid to do? Or something that you really wanted to do, but you didn't think you had the capacity to do it? You had imposter syndrome. You thought you, like who's going to listen to me? Well, I want to tell you, I felt the same way. I have a lot of things that I get insecure about. I never in my life thought I would be chatting to people on live. I never thought that. And my journey started when we went on shutdown. I began to share a little bit about a year before shutdown. I started sharing my feelings on live because I was doing a lot of spiritual work at that time. And so I never thought, and a result of that, my YouTube has hit 2.3 million views, and I'm very, very thankful that you guys take out a little time to look at what I have to say. But I want to be able to encourage you and to help you through this energy, because if you're not, see, he was doing the blankets. Now I have allergies real bad and my nose is running, and so I really sorry I'm wiping my nose because it's all that dog hair and stuff like that. I just feel like my nose is just like, but it's so crazy because if I wouldn't have did that, I would not be the person that I am now. Is because I began to just step in the unknown. I started stepping into the places where I did not feel comfortable. And so as I began to do that, I started seeing that, oh my gosh, I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable, and I'm not judging myself, and I'm not, oh my gosh, I'm not judging myself. And literally when I went viral on YouTube, I was not trying to do it. I was literally just sharing my truth and what I felt, what was going on in our world today. And this disconnect between the man and the woman, that was my only thing. Like, I was not even thinking that. I just had a passion for people. And because I had a passion for people, I wanted to share, and I wanted to see how could I help people. And the result of that, I became a coach. And I've always been coaching, but I never would say it. It was like undercover. I would not tell like the public that I coached. It was kind of like a taboo. I didn't want anybody to think a certain way about me because I was a coach, right? And so then, good morning, Erin, how are you? And as a coach, I started realizing is that this is a wonderful thing because it was something that I always wanted to do. I wanted to help people live a powerful life because when a person is living in their truth and they're living in their authenticity and being organic, there is so much power in that. And so I started coaching, and I'm going to tell you a story that I've told many of my people on my channel. But I have a client that I've been working with for 2 years, and she had a tick. It was a hair disorder, and it was a tick. She would pull her hair, and she had had this problem since she was 8 years old, and we started working together about 2.5 years ago, and I can say today she is in remission. She has not pulled her hair. She has a full head of hair. When she got with me, she had like about 75% of hair loss. She did not have all her hair. And what we started doing is we started working about 2 years ago, and that was my confirmation that I was aligned with my purpose. Many of you guys have purposes, and many of you guys out there has something that you desire to do. Thank you for subscribing. I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. And many of us have been just like really like holding back, just hanging out in the shadow, and it's just like our soul is telling us, oh, let's do it. But you have this mindset that just saying, no, you can't do it, no, you can't do it. Like, who's gonna listen to you? Who's gonna listen to you? I never thought anybody would listen to me like TikTok or YouTube, and I'm on all of them. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and actually some of my Facebook people are on this channel, right? And so it's just like when you begin to do your heart purpose, you know, source, like, the universe will take care of you. You never have to worry. People will show up because you know what? Some of you guys have stories. You need to get out there and share your story. And I think I had shared with you guys a few weeks ago that I was on a journey of doing some Reiki, and I did a 3-day Reiki session. That in that ceremony, I did 3 days, and the first day was the hardest day, but the second day got better, and then the third day was like amazing. And what got me about it is just like it totally changed my life. And I remember on my the fourth day after I did my Reiki, it was so crazy because I was sitting up in bed and I hear this audible voice, and it was literally God telling me, here now is time for your greatest test. And I'm like, what now? What now? What do I have to go through now? As you know, I'm a Scorpio, and we're always going through something. We're always going. Scorpios are always integrating energy. If we're not dying, we're living. If we're not living, we're dying. This is our life. We were brought here to integrate energy for the world. Like, and so when I was told, I was just literally, oh my God, not again. But I had no clue. I had no clue what it was going to be. And it's so crazy because the biggest thing that I've been working on is setting boundaries and knowing how to set boundaries. And when you are setting boundaries, how to set boundaries understandably, what respect. And so a lot of people are going to have a hard time with how you set your boundaries. A lot of people will have a hard time with that. And so when I started setting boundaries, and it was, for me, it was solidarity of love for self. I wanted to understand that what I coach and what I'm always coaching to my clients is how to have self-love, how to make yourself a priority. Because when you make yourself a priority, guess what? Then your cup is filled. Now you can be an asset to the world. You can be an asset to your community. You can be an asset to the people around you. And so when I started working on this, I struggled with it because I am, a giver. And sometimes I overly give. Sometimes I give too much. Sometimes I give so much that I am not giving to myself. And so I had to start learning how to give to self in order to give to others. I can't help anyone if I'm depleted. And let me explain the type of work I do. My coaching is very unique because I do not coach. I coach energetically. So I'm an empath, and I can literally touch someone's body, and is I can't even explain it. It's just like I can touch their body, and then as I touch their body, I can literally see their chakras. I can see their auric field. I can actually see where they're holding trauma. I can see where it's at. I can a lot of times tell. Um, every once in a while, I'm told why they're holding trauma. Not always, but most times I'm told when they are holding trauma and why they're holding trauma. So that's how I do my coaching. So when clients come in, I literally actually can see their aura, and I can actually see where their aura needs to be healed. And then that's how I start my work. And ultimately, the success that I've had with my clients is all because they're doing the work on their own. I am just a conduit. I just help them and guide them when they're veering off their path. I just help them with that. But mostly my clients, I have a testimony on my Google that you can see, and my Google is Hey Gorgeous You. And little commercial, I do have a online business and a merch. My online business is www.heygorgeousyou.com, and that is my extension company, and also I am an Amazon influencer. So I have not put any links in my bio for my YouTube. Haven't done that yet, but I'm in the process of doing it. It's a lot of work. So I'm a work in progress, and that's what it is about this energy. Is be okay with you know making mistakes. It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. I mean, when I first started my website, I got hacked. It like a year after I had my website, and it took me another year to figure it out. It took me a whole year. So I had a website for the year, and then it took me a year to figure it out. And then during COVID, my website went viral, but it was just like you have to be patient with yourself, and you have to be patient with the process, because anything that you desire to put into your world, anything that you desire to have happen, it's just like, even if you're an athlete, you're not gonna sit and eat food that's bad for you if you're going to be running a marathon. You're not going to do that. You're going to prepare for the marathon, and that's what it is when you decide to either even go live, or you want to start a business. You have to know that it takes patience, it takes time, and then one day, boom. And it's just like when I went viral on YouTube. I was laying in bed, and all of a sudden my phone just starts going ding 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 ding. I had no clue that like, I didn't even know I had went viral until a client that is in IT said, "Sarah, you know you're viral?" I didn't know. Because I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing my truth. I'm doing my purpose. I know I'm in purpose. And it was not easy going public with helping other people find who they are, how to tap into your divine self and be able to tap into those emotions that you're feeling and not feel embarrassed, especially with men. I have so much compassion with men because they've been assimilated in our society not to express their feeling, and it's okay to um, um, express their feelings. It's so important for men to be able to express how they feel. That I feel like men that know how to express their feeling, they are divine masculines because they're living in both sides. They're living in their masculine and their feminine energy. We all have both. When women are too masculine, she repels a relationship. When a man is too feminine, he repels a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So everything is for balance. And we have to be balanced in this society. And what's happening with our world? We're going through this shift to rebalance and recalibrate us. That's why we're feeling it in our bodies. That's why we're feeling it in our consciousness. That's why we're having these dialogues in our head. Like, that's why, and I don't know if you guys are feeling this, you're going back in to um, the auric field. And I love what you just said. Cleansing. How do you cleanse yourself from other people's energy? That is a good, good question. And you have to do this like on a regular, especially when you go out. And what I normally do is when I'm in meditation, I imagine myself sitting in this place that is divine, that is protective. And then I see my auric field, and I literally actually put that shield up. I put that shield up. And for me, I don't want it totally closed. I just want it partially closed because I want to be able to receive, because part of my gift, people see me and they have to ask for permission for me to work with them, right? I can't just go and work with people. I am a projector, and so what I do is I have to be asked. So put your auric field up and really see it as a dome, and then make sure you, especially when people come into your house, make them take off their shoes. A lot of times, because I do a lot of work in my home, a lot of times I sage a lot. I make sure I sage. I make sure, and trust me, saging here. Sometimes when I'm live. Sometimes when I'm live, I will sage, because sometimes, even when I go live on YouTube, or I go live on any forum, I can feel energy. That's how we show energy. Like, we can feel energy anywhere we go. We can feel energy. So to have some sage, I always burn sage. In fact, I love the way sage smells because I know I'm protecting myself. And then people, and this is the most interesting thing. This is the most interesting thing. The more, like you'll go into a room and you'll actually be able to read the room. You'll be actually able to read the room and see if that room is in a good place for you. A lot of times for me, if I go into a place and I don't feel comfortable and I can feel the density, I won't stay. I won't stay. I will go somewhere else. And so we have to be mindful of where we are energetically in this collective time, because you are right. You have to protect your energy, because the new currency is going to be connection. People are going to want to connect to you, especially if they're not doing the work, they're empty, and so they're looking to receive from you. They're looking to receive your energy, and I call them, what I call them, a succubus. They will come and they will take your energy. You don't want anybody taking your energy. You don't want anybody taking away from you. You want them, like if it's not an equal translation of energy, um, close yourself down. Close yourself down. Shut yourself down. Only receive who receives. Only receive who receives. If that's the best way to say it. You only want to receive who receives. Okay, you only want to receive because those people that are receiving, that are giving back to you, those are the people you want. And there's times that, it's I've had this happen. Yeah, yeah. You have to learn to just shut people down. And you may have people, what I'm seeing with you, you may have people in your world right now that are not good for your auric field. You need to remove people, and it don't matter if they're family, cousins, nieces, nephews, mothers, sisters. Sometimes you have to pull yourself away in order to strengthen your aura field, in order to protect yourself. And then maybe when you're stronger and when you have dealt with what is triggering you, what is causing you so much how can I say it, stress, then that's when you come, whenever you can identify that, then that's when you can go back to those people. And sometimes you won't even, when you get to that place, you may not even want to have them in your life. This is so weird because there's no wrong in the divine presence of source. There's no wrong. Some people are just not ready for your vibration. And we're all on different timelines, and sometimes people are not on your timeline. If they're not on your timeline, it's okay. It's okay. It's nothing mean about it. If they're not on your timeline, it's not a mean thing to move on. And that's the new energy now. You're just gonna have to move on because you have to protect your energy at all costs, because that's the new currency. That's the new world. The new world is understanding that your power is sacred. Your power has to be protected. And some people just come into your world to take your power. And so your empowerment is understanding, and it's like a samurai, being able to move energy accordingly, being able to clear your auric field, and be able to allow the auric field to cover your space and help you through this. Yeah, and being assertive is just setting boundaries. Just setting boundaries. And if you have a hard time setting boundaries, what I would say you do is just gently walk away. Gently walk, because as you do this process and as you start learning how to set boundaries, how to govern your own energy and your own spirit, the moment you learn to do that, you will be so amazed how much power you will have. Like there were people in my life last year, I just had to, one person I just stopped talking to. I just went into my phone, blocked them, stopped talking to them because I was having a hard time. And then it kept coming in my face, and I didn't think I was in a good place to tell them how I was really feeling, because I am very strong about how I feel, and I just didn't want to hurt their feelings. I just didn't want to hurt their feelings. So my grace for them was to literally just not talk to them. And every person that you have to let go. Think about it like this. Every person that you have to let go in your world, the universe will replace it twofold. Don't worry about it. The right people. Like when I let go of the people that were not serving me, the people that were hurting me, hurting my soul, hurting my spirit, not valuing me, disvaluing me, disloyal. Like when I started letting go, and I even did that with relationships. I was in two relationships, and and one of the persons that I really really loved them, and I had to let them go. And so that's when I knew that I was on the right track. That's when I knew that I was on the road to healing because I was able to let go of the very person that I absolutely cared about, right? Because they were not aligned with my energy. We were so different. We were so opposite. And the moment you start doing that, you're gonna start realizing, and this is what's so iconic about this, is that the moment you start doing that, you're gonna start realizing it's like you get this sixth sense about your tapestry, about the reality in which you live in. Yes, yes. So in how you're learning about the world and how you're learning about yourself, this is the opportunity for you. Like the more you learn, the more powerful you become. Right now, and this is an opportunity for you to just like absorb and seek and find where your power is, because it's going to be so subtle. And what's going to come up, what's going to come up in your life is you're going to start feeling within your life. You're going to there will be certain people that you'll be laying in bed, or you'll be at work, and all of a sudden they'll come into the back of your mind, and then you'll all of a sudden say like, how have they been to me as a person? Have they been supportive? Have they been kind? Have they been loving to the process of my growth? Have they accepted how I grew? And if they're not doing that, it's time to give them a rest. Not and not everybody is gonna be out of your life forever. Sometimes you just gotta give them a rest, because like when you go quiet, like I'm telling you, just go quiet. Just go quiet on it. Don't say a thing. Then they're gonna want to know what you're thinking. They're going to want to know, but you stay quiet. You stay quiet, because what's happening, evolution is happening with them, and they're realizing that they no longer have power with you. Then they're gonna come at you in another face, another time. They're gonna come at you at a different angle. That's why sometimes you just gotta let people go. Like when I started letting people go, like I was told this is very rare. When I started letting go people, I I actually organically met two shamans. I had two shamans. That's not normal. But it was because I was obedient to self. I was so obedient, and I started talking to my angels and asking my angels, like, what direction should I go with this? Because I know that this thing that's rolling up inside of me is a passion that you gave me. This passion is not my own. This passion was with assistance. And so I started just letting people go that I felt, it's almost like they make you feel dirty. It's almost like they make you feel like unclean. They make you feel like you're not, like they're always criticizing. They can't say anything nice to you. Like those people gotta go. Those people gotta go. If you're in a relationship, and that person that you're in a relationship with, they're always, every time you tell them what you're doing, they give you an indictment. They need to go, because they're not for you. And that's one thing that I have learned. I would far rather live on an island by myself than to be with people that are not for me. And more than anything, when you're for yourself, people will be for you. And then the people, and then when you start changing, when you start leveling up, and when you start changing how you see this world, how you see this construct, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna start letting go of people. Just like I let go so many people. I let go so many people. I actually saw somebody like a few months ago that I let go. She gave me such a side eye. But I could stand in my power. I could stand in my power. I could stand in my knowledge. I could stand in my truth. I could stand in my spirit form. I felt empowered. And she was trying to dagger me. And what's so crazy, you guys, you will see your position as you start making room for self. As you start, because you are divine by God's light. He brought you into this world. Yes. And you know what? Creating your own problems, guess what happens? It becomes too painful. And then you get to a place of like, you know what? Now I know what I'm doing. Now I know what I'm doing. And I don't like how that feels. And it's just like once you start doing that, you start like, we like to complain out loud, but we hate to heal out loud. Why don't we heal out loud? Why don't we start healing ourselves and becoming better human beings? That's when we're elevating. And when we start elevating, guess what? We don't care. We don't care what you think. I don't care. The people that I let go because they were not serving to my best interest. They didn't care about me. Even though they said they cared, their actions showed me other. And when somebody's actions show you other, dip, man. Should go. Leave. Hasta la vista, baby. Because in order to be valuable to the world, you have to be valuable to yourself. You have to give grace to yourself. You have to love self. You have to be to self. You have to give to self. You have to understand self. You have to acknowledge self in order to give to the world, in order to give to others, in order to see others. You have to give to selfless. Or you'll be sitting up here, every time you turn around, people will be chewing you up. And you know what you'll find is the very thing you feel, that's what you're going to reflect. The very thing you feel about yourself, you're going to reflect that to other people. And then you're going to wonder, like, why do these people keep coming at me like that? Why do people coming at me like that? They're coming like that because that's how you feel about yourself. So what you want to do is you want to change how you feel about yourself. So that energy can reflect to you how you feel about yourself. You get what I'm saying? A lot of times what people do, well, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I don't have no money, I don't have it. You're going to reflect that. And right now, the energy that's up above us, you don't want to reflect that. The energy that's above us, you want to do the opposite of it. You want to, because everything is granted for your wishes. Anything you want, you can have, girl. Anything you want, you can have. Anything you want. Bro, you can have it. You can have it. It's all in the tip of your hands. It's what we talk, it's our self-talk that talks us out of blessings. You are blessed, bro. You are blessed, bro. You are blessed. It's time for you to let me up. It's time for you to say, hey, I ain't doing this no more. If you can't respect me, you can't be in my world. You can't be here. Because I don't take Debbie Downers. I don't have no Debbie Downer friends. And then you have people that always saying, well, I'm gonna do this for you, I'm gonna be here for you, I'm gonna be there for you, and then when you're needing them, they're gone. You will know them by their actions. You will know them by their actions. Don't go by what they say. Go by what they do. You know what I'm saying? Go by what they do. So you guys, thank you for showing up and showing out. I'm gonna got some things I gotta do. I'm so glad you guys came.
Okay?
I'm so glad about your interaction.
This table.
Please like and follow. Please look at my website, www.heygorgeousYou.com. I will be putting my merch on site soon. I'm just in the process of fixing that. And remember, you have the power. You have the power to be the person that you desire to be. This is your tapestry, and create your masterpiece. I'll talk to you.